Yeah. I'm really the king of this shit for real, like. I'm holding back for too long, but no more.
Nah, turn that up, young.
Since I came back to the town, they can't really play me, can't even tame me. No to remember me slim, all I remember is that all of these niggas was shady. Grew with the money from baby, she never met me, she already calling me baby. Can't be a saint, I got a move like Frank, like I pushing Dake in the 80s. Since I came back to the town, they can't really play me, can't even tame me. No to remember me slim, all I remember is that all of these niggas was shady. Grew with the money from baby, she never met me, she already calling me baby. Can't be a saint, I got a move like Frank, like I pushing Dake in the 80s. I think I'm the life of the party, Casamigos and shots of Bacardi. You can get twisted like a Molly, I'm fucked in a Molly if you wanna leave like you froggy. Got you a bag and they saucy, fumbling bags, now you over here tryna fault me. Got on my job, I ain't hanging with Tommies, you know I love me a mixture of mommy. Landed in London, now I'm getting 8. Can't take advances, I need me some steak. Can't write a verse if it ain't for 8. So many folks they gon' think that I'm Drake. Make a Billy, now I play with the stakes. Bought a plane just to throw off the snakes. All this green, I'ma need me a rake. To the top is whatever it takes. All this product, they gon' think that I'm trucking.
They think that I'm trucking.
100 milli, man, I bet I still up it. She said she love me, she know I be dumping. She wanna rock with me, I'm all on her stomach. Yeah, I can't get distracted by treaches, cause they come in a dime and a dozen. Groupie hoes, they complaining and fussing, cause I can't rock with them in public, Know that I'm all on the rape, now she wanna mate, but I'ma just eat on her face. Getting the money's a race, so I'm gonna chase and I cannot make no mistakes. I came back to the town, they can't really play me, can't even tame me. Know to remember me slim, all I remember is that all of these niggas was shady. Grew with the money from baby, she never met me, she already calling me baby. Can't be a saint, I got a move like Frank, like I pushing Dake in the 80s. Since I came back to the town, they can't really play me, can't even tame me. Know to remember me slim, all I remember is that all of these niggas was shady. Grew with the money from baby, she never met me, she already calling me baby. Can't be a saint, I got a move like Frank, like I pushing Dake in the 80s. Yeah. She know me as king, but today I told her she'll see me as son of a God. Bow down, that'll give me your eyes. I come before you, but not as a mirage. To be the answer to all of your prayers. Get it now instead of waiting on later. Need a man that isn't stricken by greed. I'm only stricken when you get on your knees. Girl, don't pray for me, you can pray to me. It's blasphemous if you don't believe, cause I bear the fruit, but not off the tree. But I bear the fruit to show you you're free. Don't pray for me. All the things you wanna say for me, you can say to me. Activate my inner savior. Can't watch you act on your inner nature. I can't watch you slide down that pole. Watch new niggas take you home. I'm here to save your soul and purify you with that role. I can't just sit back and just watch you. You got a heavy burden, I'ma spot you. You feeling sick, I'll be a doctor. I want you to love me. I want you to love me like a God that you ain't never seen. I wanna be the heaven you ain't never been. I wanna purge the living that's been meddling. Life's a trip, keep you pedaling. Let my love just settle in. I write you letters in cursive. Just let me be the one you worship. Yeah, worship. You can pray to me, you can worship. Worship, worship. You can pray to me, you can worship. Worship, worship. You can pray to me, you can pray to me, you can pray to me, you can worship. You can worship me. You can worship me. Hey, pray to me, you can worship. Pray to me, you can worship. Hey, pray to me, you can worship. Worship, worship. Hey. Yeah.
Mic check, mic check.
She know me as king, but today
Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. Hold on, guys. Let's get it going real quick. Everybody that's in here, hit the like button. Hit the like button. It's going to be a wonderful show. If you guys can hear me, make sure you leave a comment. Let me know that y'all can hear me. Today, it's your boy, Professor Mosa. Professor Mosa is here. We are going to have a wonderful live stream. As you can see, I am dressed up in preparation to teach, okay? This is how I'd be dressing for my live stream calls when I'm teaching people shit on the internet. So today, we're going to have a wonderful stream. I want to shout out to all the homies that's in here in the chat, everybody that's been waiting for the show to start. I want to apologize. You know, I was a little bit busy. Had some things going on. You guys know we're building a homies app. We're planning for the party. And I also just got to handle daily life stuff. So with that being said, this live stream will not be too long, but it will be sufficient enough to give you guys a pretty good idea as to how we should do things moving forward. So I just want everybody to come in here and hit the like button. It's going to be a wonderful show. I want to make sure that you guys can hear me. So if you guys can hear me, let me know. Say, can you guys hear me in the chat? Okay. I want to make sure that everybody can hear me before we start because this is going to be a fantastic live stream. So everybody come in here and hit the like button. Come in here and hit the like button. Today's show will be, let me fix my glasses. Today's show will be the hater review system, okay? Do you know if you are a hater accurately or not? So I'll be pulling up my PowerPoint slides this stream. We will go over whether or not you as an individual serve as a hater, right? And I just want to give you guys some of the motivation behind this, right? So I feel like too often we call people haters. And sometimes people are not hating on you, right? But instead, they just have constructive criticism for you that at this point in time, you might not be able to take as anything other than an insult. But other times, in fact, you are hating. You are definitely a hater and you fall into the hater category. And sometimes what people try to do is they try to reconfigure their hate as criticism. They try to reconfigure their hate as I'm not impressed, right? We try, not we, but when you're in the state of being a hater, you are constantly trying to figure out a way that you can disguise yourself, almost like a snake, right? Like a chameleon, like you're trying to rebrand what hate actually is. So today, I'm going to give you guys the most pragmatic way possible that we can break down and analyze what a hater actually is, okay? Too often in the manosphere space, the black man travel space, the passport bro space, a lot of us are operating like we have criticism. A lot of you are operating like you have criticism when in fact, you are indeed just hating. You are not showing appreciation. You're moving the goalpost. You're playing favorites. Whatever it is that you want to try to disguise this under, this is what the hater review rubric will discuss this stream. This is what this is basically to break down, whether you are a fair critic or you are in fact a hater. So welcome to class, everybody, okay? We will be having class today. Shout out to my guy Na in the building. Today we will be officially going over the hater review rubric, okay? The hater review rubric. We must understand the hater review rubric to the best that we possibly can, okay? Because too often, people try, and trust me, it's going to be a long list of examples that we're going to go over this stream. So come on in, hit the like button. Shout out to my guy Knight and the Bishop. He says, this is why Bishop stays off of panels. Bishop ain't going to do the egos game. Dudes lack humility. Clowns that have never, ever could approach one woman in their life have absolutely gall to have big mouths. Oh, it's more than that. It's more than that. It's dudes that cannot do anything, that have a lot to say, but very minimal to show for it. So I do want to preface this before we get into the meat and the potatoes of this live stream, right, is that there is no particular commentator, there's no particular YouTuber or content creator that I'm focusing on today, but we will be having examples as to how to go over the hater review rubric. So everybody hit the like button. We got 132 in the building. Let's get the likes up, okay? If you appreciate the sermon tonight, feel free to bless the Cash App at $Homies Hub. All right. You could also go to the homieshub.com, a website that I built myself for my community, and hit the donate button on there as well. So I want to shout out everybody. You're right. We're going to probably start in about 60 seconds. Okay. I don't want to hold you guys up too long. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for me to go live today. I know I came on super duper late, but this is the hater review rubric. Okay. And this rubric goes over, are you a fair critic or just a hater? This is a self-analysis grading system. In this grading system, we have 7 categories, and your score will be out of 70, with number 1, you being a fair critic, or 10, you are a pure hater. And you must score yourself honestly, okay? You must score yourself honestly. So come on in and hit the like button. Make sure that you guys are not, if you're not in the Discord, go to the homieshub.com, okay? Shout out to my moderator, Na, in the chat. I want everybody to pay close attention to this because, like I said before, too often a lot of us try to act as if we are not indeed hating, when in reality we are. So this is just a way for us as men to hold ourselves accountable. I want us to hold ourselves accountable, right? And have an accurate and fair assessment when we are judging, critiquing, or speaking on other men, okay? So let's get into the talk, all right? Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. What is the hater review rubric? The hater review rubric, the purpose, a self-analysis tool to determine if your criticism is legitimate or just hate. The standard, are you judging others by the same rules that apply to yourself? Right? The system, 7 categories is scored 1 to 10 each. Total score out of 70 reveals your critic classification. If they flop, you clap. If they win, you nap, right? This is how we basically get down to the meat and the potatoes if you are a hater or not, okay? So make sure you guys take a good look at this. At the 15-minute mark, we are immediately going to start and break down, and I'm not going to stop. I'll be taking any questions throughout the stream. Like I said before, you guys can send a super chat, send a Cash App. All right, I'll be giving some fair examples, breaking down, talking about other content creators that might be receiving too much hate, right? But to be fair, I think in the space of being on the internet, having public view and things like that, this is how we're going to break down if you're a hater. And this does not only apply to content creators. This applies to your everyday life, right? Everyday life. So let's get into it. Let's go. We're at the 15-minute mark, okay? All right, category 1, the self-standard consistency. Do you hold others to rules you never follow yourself? So 1 to 3 is going to put you in the fair category. That means that you have the same standards for yourself and you have the same standards for others, okay? So what does this look like? This means if you say, hey, man, if I throw an event and I'm judging based on whether or not the women were interacting with others, right? I'm going to also judge the other person the same way. If I'm going to throw an event where the woman having fun, were they dancing, right? Were they shaking some booty? Were they jumping in the pool? Were they pouring liquor down each other's throat, right? And if I see you do a party and me and your party is just as boring, I would fairly say my party was boring, your party was boring. Or if the girls are shaking tush, interacting with each other, are not afraid of the camera, interacting, really having a good time, right? No one's on their phones, things like that. Then I can say, okay, I had a good party, you had a good party, okay? So this is how we judge people. Or the same if you're a boxer. If we box a guy, right, and we both get knocked out by him in the 3rd round, me and you equally got our ass whooped by the same fighter. It's not for us to say, yeah, well, you didn't perform as well as I did. I got knocked out 15 seconds later than you did, right? We have to assess ourselves fairly, okay? So this is someone that says, yeah, man, I could have did a better job, but me and you both could have did a better job, and that's just really what it is. Cool. Okay. Fair assessment, same standards, same rules. Now, the score between 4 and 7, this is where you start getting a little biased, okay? This is where you start getting a little bit biased because you start saying, sometimes when you judge other people, you're a little bit harsher on them than others, meaning that you say certain things like, hey, you should be doing more of something because you're young, you have the world ahead of you, you have all this freedom. So because you don't perform at a level in which I think you should be performing, I'm going to judge you more critically, even though there are probably 10 other niggas that are just like you that don't even do half the effort you do. I'm going to cut them slack because I'm biased and I have more of a dislike for you, right, than I do have a dislike for them, right? This is what starts putting you in the bias category. You start becoming biased because you are now what is called moving the goalpost, right, where you set a particular standard for someone to reach, but you don't apply that same standard to other people doing the same thing. Right? We tend to do a big one is how Bam got his 83 points over this past week, right? We're saying, hey man, that wasn't no Kobe shit, right? Even though there's only one other player that scored more points than Kobe Bryant in the league. Now, I'm not going to discuss whether you're going to legitimize Bam's 83 points or not. That's not really that important. The point is that there are too many people commentating on whether or not that 83 was valid, and they have never put up 40 points a day in their life, okay? You couldn't even put up half of that. So should you be speaking on what another person scored in points if you can't even put up half of that? So you are changing, you're being biased, right? Because you have more of a favoritism for Kobe than you do for Bam, which makes sense. So you're almost trying to undermine his 83 points as if it doesn't even matter. If you do this with your friends, if you do this with other creators, if you do this with people in your life, people that were on your basketball team, you are falling into the bias category. You're not exactly a hater yet, but you're in the bias category, okay? You are officially falling into where you are biased. Now, the hater category is from 8 to 10. 8 to 10 is basically you expect from others what you would never do yourself. Never do yourself, right? You set expectations that you can never reach yourself, okay? That puts you in the official hater category. Now, what is a prime example of this? Okay, I'm going to give you guys a prime example, a real life example of how you would fall into the hater category, okay? You fall into the hater category if you do something like you don't get no girls in the States. Then I proceed to show you video evidence that I'm getting girls in the States. And you go, that girl's a 7. She ain't an 8, she ain't a 9, she ain't a 10. Whole time, you don't even bag 4s in the you're getting curved by 4s in the States. 4s don't even look at you. 4s don't even acknowledge you. Okay, girls that are 4s don't even look at you. So now you expect me to go back home to the States and constantly bag an 8 or a 10, and you can't even imagine having an 8 or 10 in the States. Even if you had to pay, you wouldn't have enough money for that. This is what a hater constitutes of. They set standards and expectations of things from you that they could never, ever do themselves. Never. Okay? They could never do this themselves. So, that is the self-standard consistency. Are you consistent with how you are judging others and how you are judging yourself? Next. Hypocrisy level. Woo! Boy, 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 do we got to talk about the hypocrisy level. Guys, hit the like button. Let's get the likes up, okay? I want us to get the likes up. I want us to talk more about this, okay? This standard is, do you criticize things you never even attempt, okay? All right. Once again, we have the fair standard. So throughout this entire rubric, it'll be fair is between 1 and 3, biased is between 4 and 7, and hater is between 8 and 10. So we got my guy Just in the building. He says, I'm a Kobe fan, and that 83 was so bogus. Just, let me ask you this question, brother. According to this rubric, ask yourself if you are being fair, biased, or a hater when you are critiquing Bam's 83 points, okay? I just want you to answer that question. Are you being fair, biased, or a hater? Give me one moment, chat. Give me one moment. Give me one moment, chat. See, a lot of people, they want to skip this talk because they don't want to be held accountable, okay? But Professor Mosa, Dr. Mosa is here. Dr. Homie's Hub, Dr. Homie, Professor Homie, whatever you want to call me this stream, I will answer by that name as long as it is respectable and in an authoritative place to educate and school you. Okay? Okay. Now, hypocrisy level. 1 to 3 fair. You criticize things that you also practice. 4 to 7 bias. Sometimes critique things that they don't do. 8 to 10 hater. Lectures on things they never attempt. Right? Sean comes in and says, I'm a hater. Why would I want to see people doing better than me? Yes, Sean. Yes. Yes, bro. I'm so glad that you came on here and that you said this, because this is very important. This is very important for us to talk about, right? Being a hater really just comes down to jealousy. It's jealousy, okay? It's jealousy. Some people cannot travel the world. Some people cannot drop 83 points in a game. Some people cannot get bitches without bar finding them. Some niggas just cannot do this. Some dudes are just not capable of doing this. So when you get to the point in your life in which you can travel the world freely, you can earn money remotely, and you can smash beautiful women in red light districts without giving them money, without having to pay, when you can suit on and put the jersey on and put up 83 points, some people are going to be jealous of you, and therefore they are going to be a hater. And a hater is really only fueled by this sentence right here. Why would I want to see people doing better than me? I'm so glad you came in here and said that, my brother, because this is going to bring us to our next point. Okay? Hypocrisy level. We got to do the mathematics here. We have to do the mathematics here. Okay? Do you criticize things that you practice? Maybe you're like Sean and you lost a trade, right? You lost about $30,000 on a trade. Someone else lost $30,000 on a trade, and you then determine, you know what? That was a fucking L, man. That was a stupid trade. And you say that about yourself first. Then you look at the other guy who posted his $30,000 loss, and you go, man, that was a stupid trade. That's fair game. That's fair game, right? Now, where you start becoming biased in this conversation is when you're now critiquing somebody who made the same trade you did, maybe a little different, right? And he made 30,000 and you lost 15,000. And you go, man, that nigga don't know how to trade. That's a stupid trade. Are you holding yourself to the same standard? You traded the same commodity he did, but you lost money and he earned money. Maybe he put in a different price point, a different sell point. Maybe he shorted it, right? You're being biased. You are being biased. Okay? Now, when you get into hater mode, when you officially get into the hater category of being a hypocrite, is when you basically say to yourself, you don't even trade, right? You're not even a trader. You've made no money in the financial instrument market at all. And you say to yourself, this nigga don't know what the fuck he talking about. I'm not listening to that nigga. He probably broke. I don't care how much money he show. I don't care how much trips he take. I don't care how many people join his trading club and say that they've made money with him. Fuck that nigga. You are a hater. You are a hater officially, nigga. You are hating. You have reached hater levels of hypocrisy. Hater levels. Hater levels. Because you're not even attempting to make a trade yourself. You're not attempting to make no money off the financial market. You're not attempting to do any of this stuff, but you have a lot to say. Or to something that's a little bit more consumable to you guys, right? You're not a content creator. You don't have a YouTube channel. Nobody even really knows what you look like. And you sit on YouTube all day. You obviously can't sit on your own YouTube because you don't have one. You sit on other niggas' YouTube panels and you critique what other niggas are doing with their content. Meanwhile, you don't go out in the field and try to shoot the content yourself. You are officially a hater. You fall in the category of 8 to 10. 8 to 10 hypocrisy levels, right? You don't even attempt to do the things that you were judging, but you have the most to say, the most to lecture, even to the point where you guys are creating metric systems as to how you rate trips that you don't take yourself. This is where we start trying to almost adopt haterade as a valid perspective. Being a hater is not a valid perspective. If you are not operating in the green, you are not operating fair. You never want to operate in the red. You always want to operate in the green. Okay? When you have a lot to say about something you don't do yourself, you don't pull a camera out. You don't pull the DJI out. You don't sit in front of the editor. You don't have people coming to your parties. You don't got bitches on your body. You don't have a Patreon. You don't even got a members only because you have so much. You've never collected a check from showcasing your lifestyle. You've never collected a check because you've taught people how to make money, how to travel, how to get in shape, how to cook, how to rap, how to make a beat. You don't teach niggas nothing in regards to the shit you have the most commentary on. You are a hater. Okay, there's no other way to put it. I did not create this metric system. Okay, I simply am teaching you this metric system as to how this works. Next, let's move on to the next one. Okay. Praise versus negativity balance. Praise versus negativity balance. Once again, you guys know 1 to 3, you're operating in the green. 4 to 7, you're operating in the yellow. 8 to 10, you are officially operating in hater territory. Okay. So, praise versus negativity balance. Do you only show up when someone slips up? Now, let's talk about it. Because we got to talk about it. We got to talk about it, okay? We got to talk about it. When somebody does something, they put on a performance, do you only acknowledge when they perform badly, or do you also acknowledge when they perform bad just as equal? Let's talk about it. If I have a 45-point game, right? I averaged 15 points a game, but this game I had a 45-point game. I was going to the line. I was shooting free throws. I had a good shot percentage. But I had a game where I had 3 points. I was fit. I was fucking 0 for like 15, right? I got all my shots off of free throws. Do you rush to the internet? Do you rush to your podcast? Do you rush to your group chat? Do you rush to your Instagram stories to belittle and talk shit, talk down on my performance just as much as you was going to run to all those outlets to talk about my 45-point game, my 40-point game? Do you equally assess when someone is doing good and bad? Do you do this? Be honest with yourself now. Be honest with yourself. If you do not do this, right, you are operating in the yellow or the red. If you want to be a fair human being, you must operate in the green. Now, guys, we have to talk about this because a lot of us do this, okay? A lot of us do this. A lot of us operate in the yellow and the red when it comes to praise versus negativity. Some people even try to give it some kind of excuse. Well, the negativity sells more than the positivity. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. If I am doing good, if Bam Adebayo is playing good, if, Tekashi 6ix9ine is doing good, do you hop on the internet or your group chats, your personal circles, and do you talk about the good he's doing just as much as you talk about the bad? If the Homies Hub is doing good, Most is doing good, do you hop on the internet to talk about the good the Homies Hub is doing? Or do you sit your fat ass in that room and say shit like, I don't got no beef with the homies hub. I don't got no beef with him. He got beef with me. Me and him used to be cool. I think he could rap. I think he should rap. You do that for about 30 seconds, and the rest of your live stream is talking about how I have to pay for coochie when I travel, and I don't get no bitches, and I got to pay girls to be on camera, and you spent about 75% of your live stream dumping on me, and then you come in with one line saying, I like Homies Hub. He could rap. He's a cool guy. I wish he would rap a little more. And then you spend the rest of that live stream talking shit. You are biased. You notice more than the bad. But if the only time you show up, like some of you niggas do in my comments, some of you guys do on these live streams, I don't even know who you guys are. You don't give me any credit when I'm doing something good. You only appear when other content creators, and right now I'm not even talking about the content creators. I'm talking about you guys that be in the comments. You only appear in the chat and speak on me when it's negative, right? That's the only time you have something to say. The only time you have something to say is when 6ix9ine doing bad or some rapper getting locked up. You never acknowledge anything good he's done this year. You are a hater. You fall into hater category, nigga. You are a hater to the core of your soul and your bones, you bum ass nigga. You are a hater. And there is no amount of trying to explain yourself out of being a hater. You have fallen into hater category. You are bathing in it. You are a certified, bona fide, retrified, identified, hating ass nigga. That's it. You only appear when something go wrong. You only speak on a nigga when there's something bad to talk about. You are a certified hater. Okay, get it through your brain, get it through your skull. If you fall into this category where you cannot publicly acknowledge a nigga just as much as you publicly unacknowledge a nigga, you are a hater. If you're not operating in 50-50% when you talk about the good and the bad, you are no longer operating as a fair critique or critic. You are either biased or you are a hater, and a lot of you guys fall in the hater category, okay? Next, let's go to category 4. Credit bias, okay? We're going to go into credit bias. Now, before I go into credit bias, there's a couple things I wanted to read off my phone because I feel like I might have skipped over a couple things, okay, before I read this off, right? So I want to go over this real quick, chat. I want to go over this with you guys real quick because I feel like we need to talk about a few things. There are some things I'm going to read off my phone that make you an automatic hater. We're talking you have already reached automatic hater category. You are a certified hater. It doesn't matter about nothing else. And I'm going to read off a couple things, chat. I want you guys to bear with me and hit the like button because this is going to talk about how you are a certified hater just off the rip. This is the official hater indicator, okay? The official hater indicator where you are automatically a hater. You know how you get like an automatic technical foul when you slap the back of a nigga head during the game and you didn't have to do that? The nigga wasn't even shooting. Nigga, that's a tech. That might be a fucking ejection. Tech, yo, ref, tech. Let's read into it, okay? Okay, cool. Oh, let me get back on my professor mode. Number 1, this is the first indicator to let you know that you are a hater, nigga, okay? Starting an internet beef and debate. Oh my God, hold on, see, hold on, man. Let me take off my glasses because y'all gonna have to get me started real quick. Nigga, let's wipe these shits down. let's write these shits down. Because we need to break down, because listen to me. Some of you niggas, excuse me, some of you men try to pretend. You try to pretend like hate is not engulfing your body. You are on terminal 4 stage of haterade cancer all throughout your body. You are dying of hate, nigga. You are dying of hate. Okay? So let's get into this. Starting an internet beef and debate with me, losing the internet beef and the debate, well, you lost the debate first and then you lost the internet beef, and then reporting my channel to try to get my channels deleted, my Patreon deleted, my Discord banned, and now threatening me with lawsuits because you have lost a beef in a problem you started. You started it. You are the one that initiated this shit. And now you are running to the court so that the court can get a win on your behalf because you cannot get the win on your own. You are a hating ass nigga. You are a hater. You throw rocks, hide your hand, you get punched in the mouth, metaphorically, of course, and now you're running to the police and to the court, trying to push for a lawsuit. You are a hater. Second example. Trying to collaborate with my friends who I'm friends with in real life, not on some YouTube shit, right? Didn't even really know each other didn't even have YouTube channels when we knew each other. Even though you know that you don't fuck with me, and apparently at this point in time, I don't fuck with you, knowing they're my homies, you are a hater, okay? Now this is the equivalent to a female fucking on your homies after you and her break up, right? You and her break up, and now she's trying to befriend your homies. She want to be at your homies' parties. She want to go to any place she know your homies gonna be at, right? And she wants to basically do a collaboration, you know, with her coochie and him, right? She's trying to basically smash all of your homies because you and her are no longer getting along. This is how she tries to remain relevant. Yeah. Trying to collaborate with my friends when I don't fuck with you and you know these are my niggas. You are a hater. And you kind of sissy, all right? You kind of sussy. You kind of suspect. So that is my second example of what would make you a hater. Third example. Saying that when you see me in person, you're going to cause me harm for no other reason than the fact that you said some slick shit out of your mouth. And when I address the fact that you said some slick shit out of your mouth, now you suddenly want to fight or cause harm when you see me. You are a hater. Okay. Number 4. Doing everything in your power not to give me props, despite the fact that I earn my props. You are a hater. Giving other niggas props that don't even deserve to have any props. You are a hater. Me outperforming you in everything that you try to do, and you notice that, and you're mad about it, you're a hater. If you have never done any of the kind of shit you see me doing at my age, when you were my age, and you're hating on it, you got an issue with it, you got a problem, you're calling it out, you're a hater. Okay? Ooh, this is one too. Mimicking the shit that I do and not giving credit for the source in which you got it from, and then downplaying the source in which you got it from, you are a hater. You see me moving and grooving, you see me planning shit, you see me trying to make money certain ways, and then you become inspired to do the same thing, and then you downplay me out using the same eyeballs and mouth and brain that you used to mimic me. Now you're downplaying me. nigga, you're a hater. Okay. Number 9, focusing on the way I look and you had to have a hair transplant or you need to take Ozempic, you are a hater. Spending all of your time, 6-7 months, sending super chats to niggas' live streams to emphasize on how unattractive the homies hub is. Meanwhile, you have a hair transplant, nigga. You are a hater. And I think you're gay. But I ain't going to judge you for being gay, but I'm definitely going to judge you for being a hater. But you're definitely gay. Claiming that me and you don't have beef, yet you find every opportunity to send super chats to remind niggas that I'm a nigga that has to pay for box or that I can't get girls on my own. You are a hater. Collaborating with niggas you know do not fuck with me and then claiming me and you are cool, you're a hater. Throwing me one line of credit and insulting me 7 to 8 other times where you possibly can, and yet you cannot do anything that I can do, you're a hater. I also want to preface this too. For you to be 270 pounds, between 270 and 330 pounds, you spend the majority of your time in the States and you are sitting down focusing on whether or not I get women or not and whether or not I'm paying for women or not. I want you to look yourself in the mirror and then look at me and ask yourself which one of us has a harder time getting women. Let's be for real. Let's be for real. And the unfortunate thing about this statement is that this statement applies to about, I want to say 4 or 5 content creators that are in our space that speak on me, despite the fact that they are 300 pounds and unattractive as fuck, have the most to say about the homies. You are a hater, you fat ass nigga. 12, running your mouth on the internet and then hiding behind niggas when you see me in real life, having nothing positive to say despite the fact that I don't know you, have never acknowledged you, and do not even speak on you. You are a hater, okay? You are a strong hater. So these were the list of things that make you an automatic hater off of my automatic hater indicator, okay? So I just wanted to point that out before we get back into this teaching, all right? I want you guys to understand the essence of being a hater, and then we will talk about how you cannot be a hater. But according to this rubric, if you are starting to notice that your actions match with what I am talking about or showing on the screen, you are a hater. 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 Nigga, you be hating. Nigga, you be hating. Hating. Okay. So, credit bias. You are operating fairly if you give credit fairly to everyone in whatever you were judging them in. Basketball, looks, rizz-offs, whatever you want to name, you are giving fair credit. The bias category is when you start to slightly favor people that you like, right? Meaning you take away points for something that I do, but you give those same points to somebody else, right? When they do the same exact shit, if not worse. This is called being biased. You might not be a hater, because there is a difference between being biased and being a hater. I wanted to say that as well, right? You can just be a biased nigga. You favor who it is that you favor, and that's what it is. Or you can just be a hater. A hater is downplaying the success of people because you dislike them. This makes you a certified hater, right? Judging a nigga's work ethic despite the fact that he's working harder than you, he's seeing the results he wants. You're going to downplay that because you don't like this person and then give somebody else credit because you like that person. You are a hater, okay? This is called credit biased. Okay. Constructive intent, category 5. Are your words meant to build or tear down? Now, black men, I want to talk about this real quick because this is something I see that happens a lot. This happens a lot in the black content creator space. Right? This happens a lot in the black content creator space, and this also happens a lot just in general between black men. But I'm gonna tell you guys where I notice it the most, right? I watch Fresh and Fit. I watch Abba and Preach. They obviously have a beef, right? Where they do not like each other. Sometimes they try to be constructive. Other times they're just tearing each other down. But black men, I want to say this, right? Too often we use words to tear each other down, and we try to pretend as if we're giving each other constructive criticism. We have to stop the cap, okay? You saying that a man needs to pay for sex workers because he's unable to get women on his own. You saying a man is broke because he doesn't have as much money as you, or he doesn't spend money the way that you want him to spend money. You know what I'm saying? You saying a man is not creative, he's not entertaining, his audience don't fuck with him. Meanwhile, he has millions of subs and has made millions of dollars. Or just something small like, you know, compared to his channel size, he has a pretty consistent audience that tunes in to watch him every time he live streams, and he live streams often. We need to start asking ourselves, are the words that come out of your mouth made to build someone up, or are you trying to tear them down, right? If your words are being utilized to undermine what someone else is doing, saying ridiculousness like you can upload 60 videos a month, but the people don't fuck with you. Meanwhile, there are other content creators that upload hundreds of videos a month, have shown a, you know, proof that uploading often is better than you uploading sometimes, right? Make money. This person also makes money. And because you cannot exactly, critique or be honest about the fact that whether you like this person or not, they're doing pretty well as a person, as a businessman, as a content creator, as whatever it is that you want to call them, as a traveler. You say words to undermine rather than to actually give real solutions and feedback. You, my friend, unfortunately, might fall into this category of a hater. We are using negativity meant to undermine, okay? So, 1 to 3, you give solutions or useful feedback, right? You're giving useful feedback to somebody with the intention of helping them do better because you want to see them do better. This is called constructive intent. Constructive criticism gives solutions and useful feedback. It's something that feeds into them, it pours into them and allows them to be better as an individual. This is fair constructive criticism, constructive intent. Biased, right? Where you start entering the bias category is when you have complaints, but you don't have any real solutions. No real solutions, just complaints, right? Anybody can do that. I've seen that already. How many people gonna do this? How many people gonna do that, right? But you don't have real constructive solutions. Hey, man, why don't you try this? Nobody's been there before. Hey, man, why don't you do this? Nobody's built something like this before. Hey, man, why don't you try this? There's not a lot of people that want to enter into that field, and you could probably make some more money. Do we have these conversations as men? Ask yourself if you are a man and where you fall on this category. I'm going to launch a poll real quick while I go over my hater review system. Okay, we're going to launch a poll. I want you guys to answer the poll honestly. Which one do you fall into? Are you fair? Are you biased? Or hater? We are going to start that poll up now that you guys have somewhat of a pretty decent idea, right? Which one do you fall into? Are you fair? Are you biased? Or are you a hater? Okay? Which one are you? And listen, guys, answer the poll honestly, because honesty is the only thing that's going to set you free as a man. You don't want to lie to yourself. You have to be honest with yourself in this life. That's the only way you're going to progress as a man. That's the only way you're going to be competitive. That's the only way that women are going to respect you, is that you have to be honest with yourself. Because if you lie to yourself, you'll lie to everybody else. And now not only are you a hater, but you are also a fucking chronic liar, okay? So we got to be honest with ourselves in this life. That's the only way us as men, we're going to be better. We're going to make the world a better place. We're going to raise honest and good children. We ourselves have to be honest with ourselves, right? If you believe in God, then you have to believe in truth, okay? The world is as real as it's going to be. It's us that lie about it. We lie about what the world is. So if we move into the hater category, when you say things that's meant to undermine, when you say things that's meant to undermine someone else's work ethic, someone else's life, someone else's physique, someone else's whatever it is, money, but you've never had solutions. You've never given useful feedback. All you can do is say some negative shit. You are a hater. You fall into the hater category. You are a hater. Okay? A lot of y'all are trying to run away from the truth that you are undercover haters. We have undercover brothers and we have undercover haters. Okay? Undercover haters. I don't want you people to be undercover brothers. Brother, if you in the closet, go ahead and come out. Come out the closet, brother. We know what you on. We know what you like to do behind the scenes. Bro, we're going to acknowledge you the same. So if you are an undercover hater, it's okay. Come here, bro. Come here, bro. Let me give you a hug, bro. Come here, bro. It's okay. We understand that you are a chronic hater. All right? We understand. Shout out to Young Dashiki coming in here being honest. He says, I am between fair and bias. See, that is respectable. That is respectable. I need more people to vote on the poll. Okay? I need more people to vote on the poll. Vote on the poll. A lot of you guys are scared of this poll. We got 153 in the building, but only 8 votes. Come on, guys. I know you guys want to just listen in today, but this is a good stream. Contribute. Vote on the poll. Vote on the poll. Okay, let's get it. Now, effort awareness. Of course, this is something a lot of men don't like to give each other credit for. Men don't like to give each other credit for their effort. Now, for me, I show people credit for putting in effort because I understand the difficulty of doing anything, right? When you are someone who works hard, right? You try things other people don't try and things like that. You are putting in the effort. I'm always going to respect effort, right? And I also want to say this too, because I don't want this young guy, well, he's not really young, to think I'm hating on him, right? He says, I bet Future is watching this like, you know, with the eyes. I give Future his credit when he actually starts posting, trying to make content, you know, do what a content creator is supposed to do. Tries to go to the gym, things like that. The same standard that I was holding to Future, I hold to myself. In fact, I think I judge myself a little bit harsher than I was judging Future. I might tell him, hey, bro, your content is trash. But I've told myself my content is trash a million times before I ever said it to him. So if I'm giving you constructive criticism, hey, bro, why don't you try to record more of this? Why don't you try to do a little bit more of this? Why don't you stop doing these live stream panels where you allow 45 guys on your panel and you're letting them talk and you're not actually building your own brand awareness, right? You should not be going live every day battling the haters in your comments. Your chat is supposed to fuck with you. This is their time to connect with you. When they're only in your shit running their mouth, it means they're really laughing at you and not laughing with you. And even if you say, hey, man, I have their attention, though, well, that's good. But you can't build a brand off of only attention. You can't make this lifestyle a sustainable living off of only attention. At some point, you need to have a value proposition. And at this point in time, the only value proposition you are offering is crash out content, where bad shit is happening to you or you're doing bad shit and you're keeping people entertained because they're living vicariously through watching you crash out. That's not what you want for the long term. But like I said, Mosa with the crystal ball, I can't give a nigga all of the truth because then you just get called a hater, okay? So effort, respects effort and process, right? I would say I fall into the fair when it comes to effort, right? Bias means you focus mostly on outcomes. A lot of you guys are only worried about the outcome of what somebody's effort leads to rather than the fact that they're putting in the effort in general. You're being biased. You have to acknowledge that this individual is putting in effort first. Then we can focus on the outcome. But the hater category is you ignore effort completely. You don't care how much effort went into something. You don't care what it is. You're only concerned with the bad that came out of that or what wasn't good enough. You are a hater. Young Dashiki says, that's why I don't like fan bases like that. That's what Young Dabo and Cuffham did, built their fan base of supporters off them calling them chopped. Yeah. See, I don't actually know who either of those guys are. I actually just heard of their names before. I just heard their names, but I don't actually know them. Fan bases are going to be your fan base, but some people don't really have a fan base. Some people just have a collective group of people that are waiting for something bad to happen to them. And they're just going to be, some people are entertained by unfortunate shit happening to other people. They really are entertained by that shit. I'm not. I don't care who you are. I don't want to see anything bad happen to nobody because I know you could easily be that guy at any point in time. But if something bad is happening to you, okay? Anyways, let's get back into this. Expectation fairness. Woo! Expectation fairness. Expectation fairness. Expectation fairness. Now, what is expectation fairness? Expectation fairness is, do you set standards for others that you never set for yourself? Huh? Do you set expectations for others that you never set for yourself? Okay. Fair, realistic and fair expectations. If you go somewhere to create something, you go with someone to create something, you launch a business, you launch a series, you have a rizz-off, whatever the situation is, do you set a fair expectation? If you couldn't do it, if it was difficult for you, why would it be any easier for this guy? Do you have realistic and fair expectations? Biased. You have slightly unrealistic expectations. Those expectations could be, hey, man, I know you have a full-time tech business that you're running. You have to talk to clients. You have to code all day. You have to edit videos. But I expect you to be swinging off of branches, playing Dora the Explorer through every city you go to and recording everything for me to give you credit. You're a little bit unrealistic. I have to wake up. I got to call my family. I got to go to the gym. I got to work out. I got to answer tech calls. I got to make the money that YouTube is not paying me so that I can stay overseas. I have a whole life to live besides playing Dora the fucking Explorer. Okay? I have a whole life to live, and despite all of that, I drop videos consistently every week. At least 3 to 5 videos every week. Every week. Live stream 4 or 5 times a week. Still unsatisfied because your life is harder than mine? You're a little biased, bro. Okay? But hater, you demand standards that you will never meet. For 1 second, I want to talk about the older gentleman fan base that followed the Homies Hub. First of all, shout out to all of you brothers that consistently come in my chat, come in my comment section, you know, and just say old head shit, right? You just say old head shit. You just, hey man, you left America to go chase hoes in red light districts and the money's gonna dry up, and you know, you should come back home, work 30 years, 40 years before you get your retirement, before you then go and travel. Why would you set that expectation on me and you haven't even gotten to retirement yet because you're still at home working? Why would you set that expectation on me, a guy who has figured out how to circumvent going through the retirement process, building a legacy, building companies, trying to establish myself, and at the same time I'm balancing a YouTube channel, which at any point in time I could say, yo, fuck the YouTube for a little bit. I'm gonna just focus on my community. Yo, let me just focus on my tech business. At any point in time, we could say that. It just so happens that right now that the Homies Hub falls in line with what I'm doing in tech, as you guys are going to see in the next couple of months. Why would you set that expectation that I need to come do and suffer the same insufferable shit you've been going through for 30 to 40 years? You know, watch a bunch of your colleagues die of heart attacks, colon cancer, all types of shit, grinding in the system to try to make it work. And you want me to come back to the same system and suffer the same way you did, and then I could come when I'm 60 years old and try to be a YouTuber? What kind of expectation is that? I think that goes a little bit past unrealistic expectation, and I think we get into the realm of hater. You older gentlemen come on this channel and just say hater shit. You just come on here and say hater shit. Your money's gonna dry up. Why don't you make content like this? Why don't you move to this country and do this? Nigga, have you ever moved to that country and did that? Have you ever went to this country and stayed there for a while? No. Every time you get time off work, you go to Colombia, you go to Brazil, you go to Thailand. You're not going to West Bubblefuck Europe, nigga. Why don't you go to Europe? It's so easy in these countries. Why don't you show us you can really get girls and go to Europe? I've already been to Europe, and I've been to several countries in Europe. But I guess I need to keep flying to Europe every month just to impress you. Is the question for the content creator or the fan base, because many content creators are also lying to themselves and the fan base. Well, this is for anybody in which the shoe fits. This is not for anybody in particular. Is does the shoe fit? That's why you guys got to vote on the poll. You got to really ask yourself, are you a hater? this stream is for everybody to have an introspective moment about who they are as an individual and as a critic. With that being said, you guys know that we have the Homies Hub meetup. We are less than three weeks away. We're two weeks away. Let's play the trailer one more time, guys. We have about 4 tickets left. We're selling tickets out fast. Let's get it. Passport Salvation says, if you're a real man, you'll slave on a plantation for 50 years and then retire. Right. These niggas said, if you had the opportunity to travel the world, make more money than you've made in your life, or possibly the same money that you would have spent working, I was working 12 hours shifts. Today, I might sit in front of a computer and do real work for about 4 to 5 hours. Other days I'm sleeping, I'm in the gym, I'm editing videos. I actually get freedom this time. If you had the opportunity to do what I'm doing right now, you would swap places. But you want me to forfeit what I'm doing to live the life you're living. Why? Why, if that's not some hater shit? Why? That's some hater shit. That's some hater shit. Whether you want to admit it to yourself or not, that's some hater shit. Why should I stop doing the thing I'm good at to do the thing that you want me to do? We have only 26 votes. We need more votes in this, guys. We have 143 people in the building. Vote on the poll. Are you a hater or are you fair? 73% currently says fair. 15% says biased. 12% says hater. I at least respect the fact that we have honest people in here. Being able to confess that you are a hater is strong self-introspection that we need as men. Us as men, we have to do a better job saying what it is and being truthful to ourselves. We must be truthful, fellas. We have to be truthful about who we are. We must be truthful, fellas. We must be truthful, okay? So, let's move on to the next one. I think we got this one already. All right. Now we're getting into final scores. Okay? So, take a second. You guys might want to change what you wrote on the poll. Give yourself a rating, right? Fair critic, biased critic, okay? Hater tendencies, certified hater. Shout out to my guy, Passport Salvation. He says, keep cooking. I appreciate you for the Cash App, brother. If you guys enjoy this stream, if this stream has been educational for you, right? Support the stream. Bless the Cash App. Send a super chat. Shatta says we want to see Anna in this party. If you want to see Anna, send it in, bro. Send it in. It's going to cost me about $150 to bring Anna to this party. If you want to see her there, send $150 to the Cash App. We'll make it happen. Okay? It's going to cost about $150 to fly them girls from Cartagena to Medellin. If you want to see Cartagena talent at the party, send it in, brother. Send it in. Support the stream. Support the stream. Okay? If you are a nigga who watches my channel often, you don't hit the like button, you don't send a super chat, you don't send a cash app, you don't join a Discord, and you've been watching my channel for a while, you might be a hater, brother. You might be a hater. Yes, exactly. If you're not a hater, send it in. If you're not a hater, send it in. Now, I don't expect niggas who just stumbled upon my channel to just send it in. But you niggas that's been here for a while and you ain't never sent it in, or you ain't never even joined the Discord and contribute to the Discord, you don't do nothing to grow the community besides just be a succubus, nigga, you might be a hater, bro. You might be a hater. So if you don't want to be a hater, prove it and send it in. Send it in, chat. Send it in. Anyways, so the maximum score you can get is 70. Okay? We had broke it down. A fair critic, let's now read the attributes of a fair critic. Consistent balance. You apply the same standards to yourself and others. Keep it up. You, my friend, that would mean that you are a fair critic. Al Travel says, I'm a hater. Yes. Listen, this is what we need in the space. We need all of us to come together and confess. You see how when you start waving the holy words in the air, niggas start coming out like, I'm a hater. I'm a hater. I need to repent on me. I'm a hater. I'm a hater, bro. Me, I'm a hater. We have a couple of y'all niggas confessing in the chat like, yo, bro, I'm a hater, bro. Listen, if you can accept the fact, that you are a hater, I'm not mad at you. I'm never mad at somebody when they accept who they are as a person. But when you try to pretend you're not what we can clearly see you are, that's when there's the problem, okay? That's when there's the problem. Sometimes I got to catch myself and be like, yo, Mosa, you hating right now, bro. Even though I'm almost, that's so rare because I'm usually between fair and biased. I never really get to hater. You know what I'm saying? I never really get to hater. I'm usually between fair and biased. But sometimes when my tendencies, I'm like, you might need to catch yourself, bro. You might have said more bad shit than good shit about this nigga lately. You being a little biased. Some niggas, I don't got nothing good to say about this nigga. You're a hater. You're a hater. Okay? Hater talk. So a fair critic is consistent, balanced, and you apply the same standards to yourself and others. Keep it up. A biased critic, some blind spots, you lean towards criticism over credit. Check yourself before you wreck someone else, okay? Check yourself before you wreck someone else. 21 to 40 points. You guys can go back and listen. I will drop this PowerPoint on the Homies Hub website. How do you know if you're a hater or not? Okay. Hater tendencies. You're crossing the line, patterns of double standards, no credit given, pure negativity given, creeping in. Now, I'm going to take one moment because I don't want no one banning nobody in the chat. This is what we're going to do, right? I'm going to go to my YouTube studio. I've now gone to YouTube studio. I put it on subscribers only, right? Subscribers only. If you stop seeing niggas' comments appear in this chat, you already know what type of niggas are leaving these comments. I just put my chat on subscribers only. If you stop seeing niggas' comments appear in this chat, You know the type of niggas that we talking about. You know the type of niggas that we talking about. Niggas that be having the most to say in your chat and not even subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is free. Are you one of those niggas that was just writing in the chat and now you can't write nothing no more? Nigga, you a hater. Listen, we smoking them out. We smoking them out. We bringing the rats out. We bringing the bats out. Were you just having a typing frenzy in the chat and now you can't talk no more? I didn't ban you out the chat. I put the chat on subscriber mode only. Comments done shut up. Niggas ain't tall. This nigga begging. This nigga. Where the comments went? Nigga, you a hater. You are a certified hater. You just got proven in real time that you are a hater. You are a hating ass nigga. I ain't gonna listen. If you're at least sub to the channel, I'm gonna let you get your shit off in the comments as long as you're being respectful, right? When you start running your mouth, we ain't gonna ban niggas out the chat. We ain't gonna mute niggas. I'm just gonna turn on subscriber mode and watch how niggas can't even type in the chat no more. Niggas can't even type in the chat no more. Niggas running their mouth. Can't even type in the chat no more. Where you at, nigga? Where you at? Where you went? Niggas done disappeared. Wow. Had all that shit to say. Yes, you are a certified hater, nigga. You are a certified hater. We have proven you to be one. The chat got quiet real quick. Niggas done disappeared, right? Hating ass niggas. Hating ass niggas. I'm trying to tell you guys, nobody is going to break down the epitome of a hater the way I am. Professor Mosa in the chat, breaking down haters. Now, if you scored 41 to 55 on the hater rubric, you have hater tendencies, okay? You have hater tendencies. You're crossing the line. You have a pattern of double standards, no credit given, pure negativity creeping in. Pure negativity creeping in. You're a hater. You're a hater. That is what hater tendencies are. That's what hater tendencies are. You are a certified, well, you're not a certified hater, but you are a hater. You see how niggas leave the stream when they can't type shit? You see how niggas leave the stream when they can't talk shit? Niggas done left the stream now. Niggas gone. Now, certified hater is on a score of 56 to 70. If you scored between a 56 to 70, without a debate, you never do what you criticize. You tear down instead of rebuild. You are fully unqualified. This makes you a certified. Certification, you are a certified hater. Certified hater. We're going to have an award ceremony to give you the certification of certified hater. So in the future, okay, in the future, when we are judging whether or not you are a hater or not, this is the rubric we will be using to judge whether you are a hater. Niggas can create rubrics to judge other people's content and all types of shit, judge them as a man, right? Judge whether they're facially attractive or not. All types of crazy shit niggas do in this weirdo space of niggas on the internet. we will now have a rubric to judge whether you are a certified hater or not. This is the official rubric to judge whether you are a certified hater or not, okay? So this is going to be y'all personal scorecard, okay? Your self-standard consistency. Hold on. Your hypocrisy level, praise versus negativity balance, credit biased, constructive element, effort awareness, and expectation fairness. I want to give you guys a couple minutes. Just take a couple minutes. If you're in here with me, take a couple minutes, okay? And rate yourself. Privately, do it on your phone, whatever. Open up your calculator and be honest with every single rating, okay? So I'm gonna play a little bit of music. I want you guys to take just 1-2 minutes to run the math.
Las noches se hacen largas pensando en lo que puedo ser. No quiero imaginar que te pierdo otra vez. Dime por qué te alejas. Si sabes
I'm doing the math too.
Estoy buscando en otros labios lo que tú me negaste, pero sigo esperando que vuelvas. Dime lo que sientes, no me mientas más. No quiero perderte, déjate llevar. El tiempo se detiene cuando estás aquí. Dime si me amas o si quieres huir. La calle está fría sin ti, y aunque lo intento no te puedo olvidar. Las fiestas no son iguales, solo tú me das guiar. Pero sigues en silencio cuando vas a hablar. Dime lo que sientes, no me mientas más. No quiero perderte, déjate llevar.
I'm gonna give you guys a couple more seconds. I just did my numbers, but I'm gonna redo my numbers again real quick. So 1 is basically you are the best that can be. 10 is the worst you can be. If you don't constantly hold yourself to a self-standard, and sometimes you might be a little bit biased in any one of these standards, put yourself at a 4 if you think I'm more fair, but I have caught myself being biased before. Give yourself a 4. Same thing with the hypocrisy level, praise and negativity. If you say, hey, I got a couple dudes on my mind, I probably show them a little bit of like praise, but it'd be mainly negativity. Give yourself a 4 or a 5, okay? That's just being fair. So I'm gonna do the math one more time. So for me, my self-standard consistency, I'll put that out as at a 1. I'm always judging myself before I judge someone else's standard. I hold people to the same standard that I hold myself. Hypocrisy level, I would say I'm a 2. Most of the time, I'm not a hypocrite. Praise and negativity, I have caught myself being biased before, so I give myself a 4. Credit bias, I think I always try to give people as much credit as I possibly can. So I'll give myself a 2 just to be, humble instead of a 1. Constructive intent, I think I mainly always have constructive kinds of criticism for people, but I'll give myself a 3 because sometimes it can come through as being kind of bashful. Effort awareness, I think I'm always giving people credit for the effort something takes, so I'll give that a 1. And expectation fairness, I'll give that a 3. Not the best, but I'm definitely not biased. So the 2 scores I have is 13 out of 70 and a 16 out of 70. So I'll give you guys a little bit more time, okay? And if you guys are scoring yourselves as we're talking, write your scores in the chat. I did my second one. I got a 16 out of 70. Write your scores in the chat, okay? I have a 16 out of 70. What are you guys giving yourself? What are you guys giving yourself? Let me know. See what you've given yourself, and then write on the poll, pick, whether you're a fair, you're biased, or you are a hater. Okay. If you have between a 7 and a 20, you are fair. If you have over a 20, you are biased. If you have over 41, you have hater tendencies. And if you have 56 or more, you are a certified hater. Okay. Certified. So I'm just showing you guys this again. Make sure you guys are judging yourselves honestly. It's very important to judge yourself honestly, okay? Judge yourself honestly. All right. I got a 16 out of 70. Subscriber mode is on right now. It's probably why not a lot of y'all can comment, and that's not good, right? That means more of you guys need to sub to the channel. Subscribe to the channel, bro. A lot of you guys are watching and y'all not sub to the channel. Sub to the channel, bro. Okay? Sub up. Now, real talk. Criticism is a gift when it's honest. Hate is just jealousy with a plan. Before you grade someone else, run this rubric on yourself first. Before you grade someone else, chat, run this rubric on yourself first. I'm going to keep the stream up. You guys can replay it. Share it with someone you think might be a hater or might be biased or might even be fair, right? And ask them to rate themselves according to this rubric. This is the hater review rubric. Know the difference. Keep it real. I appreciate everybody for watching and rocking with me tonight. Your boy got plans to go outside and relax and have a good time. So, like I said before, send this to somebody you think needs to see this, chat. I think it'll be very important. This was the hater review system. Okay. Let's lock in. Let's be better. Let's be honest with ourselves as men. It's your boy. I appreciate everybody for watching and rocking out with me. You already know how we're going to go out. We play in the trailer one more time. And then we'll get back to like the reactionary live streams and the content probably starting tomorrow. Okay. So I appreciate everybody for rocking out with your boy. This is the end of class. I hope everybody enjoyed class. Your homework tonight is to assess whether or not you are a hater. Make sure you check who you are as a person. Oh, and one more thing I wanted to mention that will make you a certified hater no matter what your score is. If you contact other women about me and lie or tell women not to fuck with me, nigga, you're a hater. Okay? With that being said, it's your boy. Peace. Oh.
She know me as king, but today I told her she'll see me as sin or a god. Bow down, it'll give me your eyes. I come before you, but not as a mirage. To be the answer to all of your prayers. Get it now instead of waiting on later. Need a man that isn't stricken by greed. I'm only stricken when you get on your knees. Girl, don't pray for me, you can pray to me. It's blasphemous if you don't believe, cause I bear the fruit, but not off the tree. But I bear the fruit to show you you're free. Don't pray for me. All the things you wanna say for me, you can say to me. Activate my inner savior. Can't watch you act on your inner nature. I can't watch you slide down that pole. Watch new niggas take you home. I'm here to save your soul and purify you with that role. I can't just sit back and just watch you. You got a heavy burden, I'ma spot you. You feeling sick, I'll be a doctor. I want you to love me. I want you to love me like a God that you ain't never seen. I wanna be to heaven you ain't never been. I wanna purge 11 that's been meddling. Life's a trip, keep you pedaling. Let my love just settle in. I write you letters in cursive. Just let me be the one you worship. Yeah, worship. You can pray to me, you can worship. Worship, worship. You can pray to me, you can worship. Worship, worship. You can pray to me, you can pray to me, you can pray to me, you can worship. You can worship me. You can worship me. Hey, pray to me, you can worship. Pray to me, you can worship. Hey, pray to me, you can worship. Worship, worship. Hey. Yeah.